I'll take the point. Enemy spotted. Storm the front. Team, infiltrate and eliminate. Roger that. Enemy down. Enemy down. Sector clear. Go, go, go!
If you ever dual-wielded handguns, and then shot at a silhouette 7 yards away while mag dumping, and one of those rounds struck it in the head, you felt really good about it, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe and ring that bell. If you're already subscribed, I greatly thank you for that. Now, ladies, gentlemen, privates, boots, and often forgotten, but not by me, Springfield XD40s. I'd like to present to you a review on the Airsoft Tokyo Marui Glock 19 gas blowback handgun. So, let's work from tip to butt. It's an unoriginal format, but who cares? Let's have fun with it, especially since it's April Fool's Day. For any sort of sponsors, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not sponsored by Tokyo Marui. I'm not sponsored by Streamlight. I'm not sponsored by Holosun or Safariland. It's what I have, and I spent this with my own money. So, for external barrel, or inner barrel, it's all stock Marui. Accuracy, well, you're able to get silhouette shots at around 20 meters. It isn't as reliable as an AEG. One particular issue, though, is this handgun shoots slightly to the left in this particular example. Sample size of 1, but it's the one I have, and it's important to note that sort of deficiency. One thing I did notice is that with wear and age, the mechanical accuracy seems to become worse. Frame, slide, outer barrel. It's made from plastic, as expected from any other airsoft gun from Tokyo Marui. The rail functions as the same as on a genuine Glock 19. Does fit Glock accessories such as the genuine Streamlight TLR1. One difference between this and a real Glock 19 is the fact that this metal plate functions as a safety. While it does work, I find its usefulness rather dubious. On a genuine Glock 19, the reason for this metal plate is that it is for compliance with the following United States firearms laws, in which a serial number must be on a metal surface along the firearm, the frame, or the lower receiver. So let's put this back together. Sight system on the Toku Marui Glock 19 is the same as a stock Glock 19. Got a bucket in the rear, plastic sights, bucket in the rear, a single white dot in the front. However, one difference between the Toku Marui Glock 19 and a genuine Glock 19 is that on the Marui, the sights are fixed in place and cannot be adjusted for windage, which means if your handgun is out of the box and it shoots to the left or right, you cannot adjust its windage in any way. In order to compensate it, you need to buy some sort of aftermarket sight or aftermarket optic and slide mount and optic mount. So that's what I did. I have a MITA RMR mount, which along the rear of the handgun has a front sight and rear sight. From there, a optic with an RMR footprint, such as a Trigicon RMR, Holosun 407C, Holosun 507C, will fit. However, optics that have an enclosed emitter, such as the Holosun 509T, will not fit this sort of aftermarket mount. Having a slide-mounted optic does help with tracking of BBs, as well as to squeeze out the potential mechanical accuracy out of this handgun if on a moving and firing position. A hop-up for this handgun can be adjusted. If you pull the slide backward, there's a dial, and then you can use a small tool such as a small flat-headed screwdriver, and then you can use that to dial the hop-up. This is a great improvement over older designs, in which for the Glock 17 Gen 3 by Toku Marui, it is necessary to remove the slide from the frame in order to adjust the hop-up. With this sort of setup, with a Glock 19, that sort of process of adjusting the hop is much more easier. Handling is what you expect from a real Glock 19. Well, I don't find it quite bad. However, if you have larger hands, I suggest you get either the Glock 45 model or a Glock 17. If you're going for a Toku Marui Glock 17, get the Gen 4 model. Gen 3s will not fit in genuine 9mm holsters. Speaking of holsters, one thing I do really like about Toku Marui is that for the Gen 3 Glock 19, the external dimensions are the same as a real Glock 19, which means you have access to a wide array of well-made and excellent holsters. I believe is that for a handgun, a holster is just as important as a handgun, if not more. Finding a holster is even more difficult if you start adding accessories such as a slide-mounted optic or weapon light. For this Glock 19, we have both a genuine Streamlight TLR1 as well as a Mita RMR mount, as well as a Holosun 407C optic on it. Here we have a Safariland ALS holster for a Glock 17 9mm handgun, as well as an M3 weapon-mounted light. With slight modification of just taping with double-sided tape, layers of foam for the cavity of the weapon-mounted light to shim it for the weapon-mounted light and well as the weapon-mounted light cavity. It does fit perfectly just fine. There's no sorts of rattle, there's no sorts of play, and it does retain the handgun securely until you need to draw it quickly. That is one thing I greatly like about this. And it's one of the reasons why I prefer Glock-style handguns in general.
Shoot ready. Alright, 1.9 first. Shoot ready. point first.
1.1?
1.8.
Okay.
Now, let's go to this trigger real quick. Here we have the same, there's no sorts of external safeties present besides the one underneath the dust cover. Instead we have a Glock style safe action trigger, which we have this little nub in the middle where if the nub is depressed the trigger can go rearwards. So let's go with that real quick. 2 or 3 millimeters of creep, spongy break. Trigger breaks around 5 pounds. It's a single action type trigger. 2 or 3 millimeters of slop. Not the best ever break, but acceptable. Yeah, about a 5-pound trigger pull. With HFC 134A, I get approximately 63 meters per second out of this pistol. With green gas, I get approximately 83 meters per second. A significant improvement. And if I were to have the choice, I would stick to green gas. What's annoying with using Freon-based gases is that you need to mag dump it to somebody for them to register a hit. Combined with the mediocre accuracy, this is an issue. So, what's even more aggravating is cheating. Now, what's one thing that is good about the Marui Glock 19 is that while it does include Glock 19 style magazines, it does also accept other gas blowback magazines of the same length, if not longer, from Marui, WE, VFC, and also other brands as well. However, I do find that with Freon gas, it is necessary to get extended Glock 33 round magazines, if not larger, to make up for the deficiencies in both power as well as accuracy. So, in conclusion, would I recommend this? Not really too sure about this. While it is a nimble and compact handgun that fits in genuine Glock 19 holsters, the accuracy and power, especially if you use Freon gas, is rather mediocre in my own opinion. Would I buy this one again? Probably not. But I'll just keep running this until it breaks. So, any sort of helpful tips I have for life? Clean your dishes. Don't just stack stuff in a sink and then expect that to go away or force other people to clean that mess for you. You're just being a jerk and no one would like you for that. So, clean and wash your dishes.